Hey guys, I found a book that I really wanted to share with you. You can watch this video anytime, but it would be great to watch it, right at Easter time. So I thought that having this video of me reading the book, since you might not have this book at home, would be a good idea. So the book is called Easter is Coming, and Easter is coming. Even if we have to stay inside and not see our friends, Easter still comes. God makes sure of that. So we're going to read this book, Easter is Coming. Easter is coming. It's almost here. It's the day we celebrate God's love. This special day comes every spring, but its beginning was long, long ago, before the world was even created. Because who created the world? God did. You're going to recognize probably some of this. God made the world, and Adam and Eve too. But they did the one thing that God said not to do. That was the very first sin. God calls it when we do something we shouldn't do a sin. It brought sadness and badness into the world. But God had a plan to make things right again. God always has a plan. We can always trust God that He has a plan for us. Adam and Eve didn't know, but we know Easter is coming. Through the years, God sent special messengers called prophets. They told people to trust God because He had a plan. Some people listened, but many did not listen. These people didn't know what we know. Easter is coming. Remember this? Then, when the time was just right, God sent Jesus, His Son, to save us from our sins. He came as a baby, not a soldier or a king. God's perfect plan had begun. Christmas, that's why we celebrate Christmas, the birth of baby Jesus. That was God's plan. The cows didn't know and the sheep didn't know, but we know Easter is coming. Jesus grew up, from a baby to a boy to a man. He loved God and all the people, even those people who didn't love Him. Wherever He went, Jesus helped and healed, and He taught everyone about God. Because Jesus knew, and you know too, Easter is coming. Jesus was good in every way. He never did anything wrong, not one single sin. Many people loved Jesus and welcomed Him, but some leaders didn't believe Jesus was God's Son, and they wanted to stop Him. Remember when we talked about the mean king and the people who didn't like Jesus very much? Those leaders didn't know, but we know Easter is coming. One night, Jesus and His friends shared a special feast. They prayed together and are together and ate together. Jesus even washed their feet. Judas didn't know, but we know Easter is coming. And there was one man named Judas. He wasn't really Jesus, friend. Judas sneaked away to meet with the mean leaders and to set a trap for Jesus. It's not very kind. After the feast, Jesus went to pray. He knew what was coming, and he was sad and he was afraid. Then an angry crowd rushed up to Jesus. They grabbed him and took him away. That angry crowd didn't know, but we know Easter is coming. Those people told lies about Jesus. They said he had to die. So Jesus was put on a rough wooden cross, and all the world's sins were placed on him. Every bad thing, every mean word, every lie, Jesus was punished for them all. When he died, it was a dark, sad day, because the world didn't know, but we know Easter is coming. Jesus' friends placed his body in a tomb. For 2 days they waited and worried and wondered, how could this be God's plan? They didn't know, but we know Easter is coming. And remember, God always has a plan, and God always keeps his promises. When the sun rose on Sunday morning, Jesus' friends hurried back to the tomb. When they arrived, oh, what a surprise! The tomb was empty inside. Jesus wasn't there. He had risen. Those friends then knew, and we know too, the very first Easter had come. What a happy day. That's why we celebrate Easter, to thank God for his great big love and to remember what Jesus did to save us. Because Jesus died, all of our sins can be forgiven. And because he rose, we can live with him in heaven. You see, God always knew, and now we know too. That's why Easter is coming. The end. This is a lovely book about Easter and helping us to understand Easter and what God's plan was. I hope you enjoyed that story. And until I see you next time, I love you, I miss you, and I wish you well. Bye.